So, solo leveling arrives, a new update is dropping this Thursday. You guys know the deal when it comes to solo leveling. I tend to just look at the new stuff that releases and then after that go about my way of just kind of grinding the game out as per usual. Especially with like new upcoming games coming along, which I'm going to be preoccupied with. But again, for the most part with solo leveling, I will always focus on the new stuff. Also, just briefly before we get into what's happening, obviously with the creator side of it, the last two codes, there were a slight little hiccup. I've contacted the customer service. I'm still waiting to hear back. But again, apologies. I know, you know, with those last two codes, some of you guys are probably waiting on that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I've contacted Netmarble customer service, being like, "Yo, where the code's at? Your boy's waiting." I don't know if it was an error on their end or if they just forgot about your boy, but yeah, still waiting for them to get back to me. Hopefully they can provide me with the codes and for like an extended period. I don't know, but yeah. So once I hear back, I'll well, hopefully send out the code ASAP. I mean, if worst comes to worst, Arcus, if you go into the Discord link should be down below. He does have like a bot in place to provide you with codes, so if worst comes to worst, you guys can just dive in there and grab one from there. But anyway, if you A10 a character, you get a free character? What? So it seems that when you max out a character, there's no point on doing anything else outside of just getting the platinum coins, right? It was a bit of a waste, but they've implemented a thing where now if you get a character fully duped out, A10, you then get this certificate, and that allows you to select a SSR hunter. Select one SSR hunter you already own from the lineup to obtain. So what happens if you have all the characters to S10? I mean A10. What happens then? But no, this is huge. Yeah, no, this will definitely help me out now. Actually, well, in general, this will help out a lot of people to kind of not chase for characters, other means of getting dupes, and focus on characters that you want. So yeah, that is actually a massive W. So you're happy about that. New Battlefield of Time. I believe this is going to be like a new boss as expected. So yeah, oh my god, the quality is horrible. Twitter, why, or X. Anyway, don't care about that. More story content and level cap will be happening in the September update, so make sure to save up your XP as per usual. As a nice little cheeky code right there. There is going to be an ideal story, even though, well, the first story we had was kind of like them being hunters. This is just kind of progressing on, I guess. So yeah, cool. Gameplay time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the live stream and then we'll take a more cleaner look on what's going on. Alright, let's have a look. So if I can remember, is she... I think this is the Firebreaker, right? I think she's Firebreaker? No, what are we missing? We're missing Wind, Dark, and Fire. Yeah. No, she's not Fire. She's Wind. I think Soon is a Wind breaker. I know two of them are breakers. The Fire element is a breaker, and then the Dark element is DPS. God damn. I'm not gonna lie, that ultimate low-key fire. that ultimate low-key fire. But yeah, we're getting two breakers, one for the element, one for the wind. So wind already we've got. I mean, wind is pretty solid as is. It'll be interesting to see on how this unit kind of fares with Gotoruji. Because Gotoruji, I'm not gonna lie, my man Loki is still cooking, so she's gonna have to work overtime to kind of outdo him, especially with where the wind team comp is at right now. So yeah, we shall see. We got Yuki. She is a fire breaker. So again, oh, what's this ultimate? All right, that's a fist of fury right there if I've ever seen one. But yeah, fire element breaker again. Azel has like more of a wide control, like crowd control type of style. I'm curious to see on what advantage play will get in terms of damage output with this unit. Again, with like the characters that we have in the team comp that we've got right now, with the current elements that these characters are going to be introduced to, they're solid. So yeah, hopefully Yuki's bringing something out of the bag. I'm really hoping on some form of stackable potential debuff. That would be pretty nice to have. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see. I mean, she looks like she's got some good area control or some form of good crowd control. Looks like it, but again, we'll have to wait and see on how she fares going against Azel, of course. Now, say what you want, this is probably going to be the most focused... Jesus Christ on a bike! This is probably going to be the most focused character out of the collaboration. Minnie, of course. She is a dark DPS. We all know where the dark element is at, and it's not looking too good. Although dark elements are getting a buff, all of them, because of course the developers have seen the like the tier list and whatnot, and how dark elements are kind of being, you know, not top tier, should I say, and they are kind of slightly lacking compared to the other elements. So this is probably going to be the number one. If anything, I would actually push it to be like, make this your number one priority, since she's probably going to be... No, actually, I say probably. No, this unit definitely will be elevating the dark element in terms of damage, of course. I mean, the support unit for the dark element is cooking, right? But this DPS unit, she is going to be... I reckon she's going to be doing some stupid things. Also, just an FYI, the next character releasing for September, I believe it's Sunjumu's dad, and apparently he is a dark element. So I don't know if that's a leak or whatnot, but yeah, now you know. But I don't know if they're going to commit to that character. I'm just saying, from the leaks, apparently that's what's being said. And then, as per usual, costumes are inbound. I believe this is something to do with their album or something, with the costumes that they've picked out. Not gonna lie, pretty nice costumes. I might have to pick up a few, one or two, but yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. So yeah, as per usual, this is the second part and the final part for the collaboration. So you guys know the drill. There will be an event going on, and as you guys can see with the lineup, there'll be alternative colors to pick from for the character's costume. More importantly, there will be free SSR hunter weapons, free SSR hunters, and don't know if you guys can see right there, but that is a dupe for any of these collaboration characters. In the previous part 1 collaboration, if you have kept this ticket, which I feel like most of you guys should have, fingers crossed, then that's a free dupe on the collaboration characters. So like myself, I haven't used this yet because I'm using it for the dark DPS, you already know. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, more events, chill with their music, happy days. So you guys know the drill. We've already played this event before, but I assume they're going to bring it back. I'm not too sure what these... Oh, I think this is going to play towards... Oh yeah, I think this plays towards the event itself, of course. Yeah, and then as per usual, as we're fighting the boss, rewards to be gained. Can't complain on that end. What else we got going on? Oh yes, so I think this is the event that we had previously, where if you get a character to like A5, then, well, if you get duped for this character, essentially, then you get rewarded by getting essence, and then on the last dupe, you get a free copy, so that way you can get it to A6, basically. So, yeah, we had that previously, and it's all for every single character. Nicely done. There we go. So that was pretty much kept on. What is this? Affinity event? What? What is this? Oh, okay. Sweet. So there's some form of affinity event, and then from that we can gain resources by using the character, by gaining levels and affinities on them. So nice little addition right there. Another lovely code. Beautiful. So there it is. Giveaway time. Yes, you guys know the drill. I do give away. Oh my god, this pass is amazing. Hey, shout out to the two homies, Alex and the other homie that was like, Shiny, I want the Hunter Pass reward, because I got you guys. I I haven't forgotten. When it comes to the giveaway that I'm going to do this time round, when the update drops, of course, we are giving away this pass right here, and my god, this pass looks beautiful. Dupes, characters, oh my god, this is so good. Okay, yeah, so the giveaway is still open, by the way, for those that support me. So if you're a supporter of mine, make sure to enter the giveaways, because again, I do pick a handful of you guys, and thanks to Alex, and I apologize, but I forgot the other homie, because they decided to go with the Idol Concert Pass. I can pick additional 2 winners also. So yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna pick a handful of you guys to win this pass. So just FYI, if you're a supporter of mine, get your name down in the comment section below. It only takes a quick second, and I'll pick a few of you guys to get this, because this pass, I'm sorry, we are not going to miss out on this pass. So that is a huge pass right there. Very nice. Guild boss, a giant statue. Oh god. This doesn't look too menacing. Everyone's just beating the crap out of his feet. Alright, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Co-op. I'm gonna be honest, with solo leveling, I'm kind of in that position where I'm like, this will be sufficient for a short period of time. Like, I'm curious on whether or not if they can make PvP happen. We know it's in the works, but I'm curious to see on how that's going to come about. Shadow Enforcer, we knew this was coming in. Essentially, you just kind of send your shadows out to do little missions, and you can gain some good rewards, so I really can't complain on that. That's just an extra bit of content for us to gain even more resources. Fantastic. Story expansion, can't go wrong with that. More essence to come in our way. This game is already insanely free-to-play friendly, probably one of the best free-to-play friendly games out there, and so there's more to be gained. Ooh, okay, yeah, artifact and modification events coming back. W. Logins and per usual, 5 million. Okay, I know that people have been complaining about gold. They are improving that, by the way, so there's that. Improvements on artifacts and battlefield tier expansion. I mean, I'm gonna need you to kind of expand my bag so I can carry more artifacts, please. But hey, if this makes life a lot easier to kind of improve, hey, can't go wrong with that. Tier 11 to 20, bosses will have 5 elemental weakness, so that will help out new players and general players that have been struggling with those tiers. Dark Hunter's getting a buff as per usual. And then these are the 3 codes. Alright, you guys, well, there we go. Just the last bit of update for the final collaboration piece of content, and then we'll get back into the swing of things when it comes to the September update. A few things to do for this update, so, you know, content to kind of keep us occupied with. Can't complain, can't complain. But between the collaboration characters, throughout all of them, this is, I would say, the #1 priority. Just looking at where each element is at and how each element character is playing. Including the previous 2 that we just had, being the light and the water. Now with dark, fire and wind being applied, this is, in my opinion, the #1 priority. Also, FYI, keep in mind, collaboration characters are one-time deal, so they won't come back. So if you wanted my honest opinion in terms of who you want to focus on between the 3 girls, this is going to be, in my opinion, the chase, because Dark Element right now is kind of dead in the waters compared to the other elements, of course. And you've got to keep in mind, in the September update, more Dark Element is coming. So in the case of where the whole Dark package is looking, if you guys don't know, Dark Support is still fantastic. I don't think they need to change that. Dark DPS, mini. The September update, which is apparently Sunjinwoo's dad, that is more than likely going to be a Dark Breaker. And then that is the updated Dark Element team that's going to be causing a lot of havoc. So, just an FYI, this is going to be a priority collaboration character that you want to focus on first and foremost. And then, if you want to dupe out the other characters, because at the end of the day, you're going to get all the characters for free. But if you want to dupe them out, Mini will be priority, just because the Dark Element is going to be getting a huge overhaul going over into the September update.